German Chancellor Angela Merkel, Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko and US Vice President Joe Biden have held a three-way meeting on the sidelines of a security conference in Munich to discuss a peace plan for eastern Ukraine. It was Merkel and Poroshenko's first meeting since the German Chancellor returned from talks with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Moscow on Friday. She and French President François Hollande traveled first to Ukrainian capital Kiev and then to the Russian capital in a fresh push to find a peace deal for East Ukraine. The conflict there between Russian-backed militants and Ukrainian troops has been raging for some 10 months. Earlier, Merkel told the security conference there was no guarantee that the peace initiative would work.
After
the talks yesterday in Moscow that the French president and I had, it is uncertain if it will succeed. But it is, in my view and the French president's view, definitely worth trying. We owe it to the people affected in Ukraine. Merkel has constantly pushed for a diplomatic solution to the conflict in spite of calls to give lethal weapons to Ukraine, a step the US said earlier this week it was close to making a decision on. Merkel will travel to Washington to meet US President Obama on Sunday. I understand the debate, but I believe that more weapons will not lead to the progress Ukraine needs. I really doubt that. This is all I can say about that. If it is true that it cannot be solved militarily, then I think we should focus our efforts on other things. There's already a large number of weapons in the region, and I don't see that this has made a military solution more likely. Russia is under international sanctions for its support for the militants in East Ukraine, although the Kremlin has continually denied any involvement. A spokesman for Russian President Putin has said that the Russian leader will continue peace talks with Merkel, Hollande and Ukrainian President Petro Poroshenko by phone on Sunday.